Welcome. It is February 1st. Oh my gosh, it's already February. We are Team Cup February. I'm a big Valentine's Day person, so I'm just like, I feel like February is just all love and whatnot. I still love Pat all the time, but I don't know. I like Valentine's Day even more. I hope you guys are excited for February. Remember, and I'm going to talk about this, but this is the last month that the All Access Pass is on sale. There's lots of things going on, lots of things in store. So I think it's going to be a really, really awesome month. So let me share my screen with you guys. I have like 75 windows open right now. Does anybody ever get windows that won't close? Like I just tried to close a window and it just won't close. Okay, cool. All right. So, and if anybody has any questions, you can see it, like just save them to the end, write them down, because I'm going to leave time at the end for anybody if you have any questions about anything. And then if you're watching the recording and you have any questions, just shoot me a message or post on the team page and we will get you all set. All right, so announcements. I changed the color of the background to red because I thought it was cute. So like I said, this is the last month that the All Access Pass is on sale. Remember, keep this in the forefront of your mind. In the month of February, because there's only 28 days, it's a shorter month, it's the last month that this is on sale. I'm sure it will come back, but we have no idea when. It could, they could extend it to next month. They could not make it available till September. They could never make it available again. I don't know. So keep in the forefront of your mind that if you are afraid to invite, or you don't try to reach out to as many people as you can, you don't make sacrifices and, stay up late, wake up early, decide to not watch a movie or not watch Netflix or whatever it is. If you don't take advantage of these things, I look at it as being selfish because you're letting these people miss out. Or you're going to get that dreaded message from someone when you finally decided to invite them, and they say, oh, I already signed up with another coach. If you haven't had that experience, it sucks, especially if it's a coach that signed up with another person's team. That always sucks too. But it's a lot of other coaches are going to know the urgency of this. And I don't want you just messaging people at random, build those relationships, start talking to a crap ton of people now. So at the end of the month, you can invite them. But everybody else that's a coach is going to know that this is urgent and they want people to be able to take advantage of this. They're going to be able to get every program, and we're coming out with 3 new programs this year. They're going to get all of them. And if they don't take advantage of this, you don't know when it's going to be available again. And I know some people can't afford it, but you have to at least give them the opportunity. So swallow your fear and just invite people. Do not let them miss out, because if you're doing that, then they could miss out on this really awesome opportunity and they're going to have to buy all the new programs when they come out. So Team Cup obviously is going on in February. I know a lot of you guys have all your teams. If for some reason you don't have a team, or you're like, I want to be a part of a team, they actually extended the registration till the end of tonight, I believe, probably 11:59. So if for some reason you're like, I want to join a team, totally awesome. We can try to find a place for you. They even have a matchmaker thing on Beachbody that you can just put in your name and they'll find a team for you. So make sure if you don't have a group, you have some kind of message thread. You don't want to just be on a team and then have no communication, no way that you guys are cheering each other on that. That's just not good. So try to have some way where you guys are talking every day, cheering each other on, share screenshots, share, the good things, the bad things about what you're going through in the month. And I promise you, it'll be really, really awesome. So the prizes at the bottom are obviously the prizes, the main 3 top tiers. The other ones are I think there might be other ones, but for some reason I couldn't, I thought I had them in my Canva to post them, but I couldn't. But the first tier is a Bluetooth speaker, which is dope. Then that Shakeology hoodie, and then there's a little Beachbody cooler bag. And then for those of you, don't forget, anyone that is in my downline, so not just my personally sponsored coaches, but anyone in my downline, whoever out of all our coaches hits the most Success Club points, you have to be at minimum 10. So if everybody's at 8, nobody's going to win. But you have to be at least 10. And anybody who's 10 and above, we'll only pick one person, unless it's a tie. I'll figure out maybe we'll figure out something to be a tiebreaker. But you'll get the choice of any of these little options right here. I did it last Team Cup, so you can get a set of adjustable dumbbells, a yoga mat, and a pink Himalayan pink salt lamp. $100 for date night, because I thought it was cute since Valentine's Day or Valentine's Day month, or a customized pair of Nikes. So you can win that. How awesome is that? On top of winning some Team Cup prizes. So Summit, we're obviously talking about that today, so I'm not even going to get into that. And then the 515 Club, if you have not seen my live video, I posted it in the team page. I am going to do this sporadically. It's not going to be every month because I don't want you guys to only focus on hitting Success Club in order to win a prize. You should be wanting to hit Success Club to move your business, but I like the idea of doing it occasionally. So what the 515 Club is if you hit Success Club 5 by the 15th, so the end by waking up on the 16th and you have hit Success Club from the night before, you will win a prize depending on what the month is or when I decide to do it. Like I could do it in, April. I could not do it till June, whenever I want to do it. I'm just going to do it randomly. But it'll be a prize, so many different things, like maybe a personal development book that you've been, looking at, or, I was thinking even doing something like if somebody had a Facebook like page, like paying for like an ad for you or something like that, like putting more money into that or something. I don't know, but it's going to be cool prizes that hopefully you guys, you'll want to take advantage of. What I am doing is for this month, this one's broken because I dropped it, but it is a Shakeology Shaker Cup, but with the Team conFITdence logo on the side. So it's like a little personalized thing. That could be really awesome if you're at work and you're drinking Shakeology. Not only does it have Shakeology, but people are like, what is Team conFITdence? I have a shirt, my team sweatshirt. Not every time I'm out, but so many times when I'm out, people are like, what's Team conFITdence? What's Team conFITdence? And I tell them, and I'm like, oh, I can give you more information. Give me your email, blah, blah, blah. So that's for that. So here's the team calendar. I'm going to post this tomorrow. I know a lot of you guys follow your own calendar, so that's totally cool. Team calls are all the same. I'm going to try to get a guest speaker this month. I'm not sure who, but I'm going to try to get someone. Remember, challenge group sneak peek. It's just like the coach sneak peek, but it is on the 9th. So you got to start talking about it now. That's literally like a week from today. So anyone that told you no in January, because a lot of you guys are always messaging me, I'm talking to a lot of people, but everyone's saying no. Everyone that's saying no, you should message them and say, hey, I know it wasn't the right time. You couldn't afford it, whatever their reason was. But I wanted to let you know me and my team are going to hold this sneak peek into what a challenge group is like. You're going to kind of get an idea of what it would be like if you did decide to grab a challenge pack and join us. And I do a webinar at the end, and I basically sell for you guys. I'm going to talk about the all access pass, how awesome that is. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to make it so, like, if for any of you guys that were on in the sneak peek that we did 2 months ago, because I don't think I did one last month, it went really well. Personally, I got a bunch of people to join from that. I feel like a lot of people understood, everything from going through that. So don't forget about that. Too many times you guys are hearing no, but then you don't take advantage of these kind of groups that I hold. So please, please, please take advantage of that. I'm having a Valentine's Day themed clean eating group. I'm going to put some stuff together for that. And so if you're a newer coach, or, if you've been a coach for a while, I always like you to pick some other coaches, run a group with them. So you can do that. Oh, and then I'm doing a couples only challenge group. I'm busy putting everything together for that. I'm actually thinking of doing I don't know if you guys know, but on iMovie, you can create like a movie trailer. Well, I kind of want to do one with me and Pat as like a promo for the couples challenge group, which I'm going to see if he'll be willing to do. I think he said he'd do it. This weekend to do that, but I'm like typing up like my explanation for the group and my invites and stuff like that. So if you either want to run a group like that, I'll hopefully have all the resources for you to do that, so you can choose to run your own, or you can put people in mine. And then coach sneak peek as normal. This group, I'm going to keep talking about it, just like I was saying. If you're hearing no's, you need to get in the habit of the first thing you say, besides like, oh, you can join my group next month or whatever. Let them know that's totally fine. I'd love to put you in this free group that we have that's ongoing, so you can still get support and accountability even without having to purchase anything. Give them an idea. It's basically just a group that's run exactly like a challenge group, but I have different coaches run it. There's, different themes and stuff like that. So don't forget to use this group as a resource when people are telling you no. Because if not, then you're just friends with them, and you're just going to check in with them next month to see if they're going to join your group. This is really going to help them be like, wait, okay, this is really awesome. I think I might want to do a group. So I'm not going to talk about Elite, or I'm not going to talk about Success Club stuff because I can't run anything because it's the first of the month and there's nothing updated at the first of the month. Nothing's ever really accurate. So let's talk about Beachbody Coach Summit, guys. I am so freaking excited for Summit. I'm really excited because there's already so many of you coming. That I mean, our team triceps is huge. There's like probably like 200-300 of them that go. Then Team Fit Revolution, which is my coach Lauren, her right here. You can see my little head right there. But that's Lauren. So this was all of Team Fit Revolution. That's her team. And then Team conFITdence last year, I think we had 5 or 6 people. So I think we have like 11 or maybe even 15 people coming already. So I'm really pumped about that. So I wanted to quickly tell you guys a little bit about my story with my first Coach Summit. Before I get into everything, some of you guys may have already heard this story, but when I signed up as a coach, March 14th was when I signed up. I just looked to see when it was, and it was March 14th of 2013. And Summit was I think it was actually in June. It was the end of June, and I was a brand new coach. And literally after like a few weeks of being a coach, I heard about Summit, and I was like, I saw the video. If you haven't gone to the Beachbody Coach Summit 2017 page, watch the Summit video. I remember watching it as a new coach, and I was like, oh my God, I want to go to this. I had no idea how I was going to afford it. Zero idea. I was broke. I was a brand new coach. I wasn't making any money. I think I had a paycheck of like $32. That was about it. But I wasn't making that much money. I wasn't making that much money at what I was doing with like my waitressing and nannying. But I knew I wanted to make it happen. And so I got my new coach ticket, which luckily was at the time was only $99. I think now it's like $195 or something like that. And then I just started saving a ton of money. I remember I sold a digital camera in order to, I think I made like $200. But I was like, I don't care. I'm not even using it. Like I just did whatever I could to make it happen. And I don't know how I got there, but I did. When I got there, I had zero spending money. I couldn't even go out to dinner with other people in the team. Like it was in Vegas at the time. So I was literally in my hotel room while everybody was out to dinner, eating cans of tuna fish because we had gone to the grocery store because that was all I could have. And I didn't want anybody to give me any money. I think one night somebody was like, just come out, and they did pay for my dinner, but I wasn't going to have them do it every single night. But that to me didn't matter. I was like, as long as I go, I know this is going to be amazing for me. And when I went, end of story. Like the being around everybody and like all the amazing things that we're going to talk about tonight just like solidified how much I love this business. And it was just so much fun. And I'm so grateful that I made it happen. I even went like not even sure if I was going to like leave. Like I thought I was going to like, not even be able to get home, like put gas in my car. Cause I actually drove 4.5 hours from LA to Vegas with Lauren, just to make it happen. But yeah, it was the best thing I could have ever done. So, this is what we're going to talk about. This really shouldn't be too much. I'm going to get more into the details of like a schedule and stuff like that once it gets closer to the date, because I still want to see the itinerary. Right, for those of you that do have your ticket, registration I think comes sometime in like maybe May or June. Maybe this probably comes in May. But you get to pick like your workouts and if you do a box lunch and stuff like that. But I'm going to kind of talk about what I suggest you do for all of that stuff. So we're going to talk about what is Summit, what a schedule looks like, because everybody's like, well, what exactly do you do? Why it's important to come, the cost, kind of a breakdown, a grand total of what you can aim for and what's kind of planned for, how to save up and how to use your business in order to go. And then I'm going to have I think Danielle share a little bit about, what she got from it and what she liked. And if anybody who went last year wants to just share a little bit about what they liked about it and why you suggest other coaches or your coaches or anybody else on the team why they should go, I'd love for you to share that. And then if anybody has any questions. So what is Summit? This picture was from, I think 2 years ago. The first time it was in Nashville. It was I was a 2-star diamond, so I walked across the stage, and this was at practice. This wasn't at practice. This was actually when it was going on. To be in Nissan Stadium and have everybody else in the stands, but you like walking across the stage being recognized for your hard work and what your team has done is like the coolest thing ever. So to aim to be recognized and be able to walk down there is something you should totally aim for, even if it's not this summit, next year's summit. So what is Summit? 25,000 coaches literally just descend on wherever it is. So this year is in New Orleans. We get together in one place, and it's just really cool because you guys talk to your friends and they don't understand Beachbody. Like, they don't really get it. They see that you love it and they're like, I love it. That's great. I'm so happy for you. But imagine being around, like, just even on the team call, like, we all understand it. We get the struggles, we get everything that's going on, but to be surrounded, literally, we take over the entire town. Like, every restaurant, every like nook and cranny, there's a Beachbody coach. Like, and you can always tell because everybody's like, Pat always makes fun of it because he's like, you're in a Beachbody coach or in a Beachbody coach like event, because as soon as you walk into Summit, like the first event, literally everyone's like, okay, so I'm here at Summit, like, and everybody's going Facebook Live. It's like the funniest thing. But to be surrounded by everybody that, like, it's like your tribe, like everybody gets it, coolest thing ever. So we do workshops where you're going to learn, how to make your challenge group awesome. And you're going to learn from a lot of different coaches. Some of the top coaches in the company, they get on stage and they speak. So we learn so much different things. We learn a lot about like new stuff that's going on. We have general sessions, which is where the coaches teaching us stuff, but where corporate puts together stuff where they announce new products, they announce new programs. They talk about all the new stuff that's going on. And that's going to be, I'll talk about that later. I'm not going to say where it is, but you're going to find out. But we do all the general session stuff, which is my favorite. They share success stories. They do all of that stuff. They do lots of recognition for everybody walking across stage, which is pretty cool. Obviously, you're going to hear speakers. I forget who the keynote is. I meant to look it up, but I totally forgot. Gary Vaynerchuk was the keynote speaker last year, which was pretty cool. We get to do workouts. When you register, it used to be that you got to work out every day, but now it's so many coaches and there's different waves. And we'll make sure that we all register on the same wave. So when we go to workshops, we can sit together and take notes and all of that stuff. But with the workouts, you'll get to pick, like, you'll do a workout in like the morning with like Siggy or Shalene Johnson, or you can do a workout at night. I personally suggest do your workouts in the morning. When you get your registration, register immediately because they can sell out. Because last year we had some people who registered for like the 5 o'clock workout on like Thursday, and they like ended up missing out on something that we did as a team because they were doing that. So get the early workouts in. They're like 6 a.m. Suck it up. There's no sleeping during Summit. Like, you barely shower. Sometimes you barely eat. It's literally go, 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 go the whole time. But it's like the fun thing about Summit. It really makes it fun because you're just running around like a chicken with your head cut off, but you're doing it with your team and it's really, really fun. So I really suggest do the early workout, because if not, majority of coaches are going to, and you could possibly miss out on like a team dinner or something like that. So I don't want anybody to have to do that. What else? So networking, you get to rub shoulders with some of the coolest people in our business who really know what they're doing. You should have seen the line to take a picture with Amy Silverman last year. So literally it was like 10,000 people long, but you get to meet those people. You get to meet the other people on our team. I get to meet you, which is so exciting. I love meeting you guys. It's so funny when I meet coaches on my team because I'm so tall. Every time I meet them, I'm like towering over them. I feel like I'm like your guys' mother. I just met Rose, who's a coach on our team. She's 5 foot and I'm 5'10". It was like the funniest thing ever. And bonding that you're not going to be able to do anywhere else. Like, sometimes I only meet people at Summit and it's the one time I meet them every year. So that's pretty cool. The core is like the coolest thing ever. It's everything in Summit's the coolest thing ever. The core is like basically like a shopping mall for Summit. You go in and they have like different sections. Everything's huge. You can buy any apparel. You can buy programs. You can buy products. It's literally a shopping mall for Beachbody. Everything is there. They have stuff for if you're a certified trainer, you have like a certain area for that. So that's pretty cool. And they have certain things that if you hit a certain goal, you get to go in the core early, because sometimes there can be a big line. The super workout, by far my favorite thing about Summit. It's the workout that is on Saturday morning. We as crazy people, so everybody last year did it with me, so I hope that everybody that comes is willing to bite the bullet and do it with me because it's so worth it. And hopefully other coaches, you can agree with me. We as like a team Triceps, Team Fit Revolution, Team Confidence, everyone else, we wake up because the workout starts at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., but we get there at like 4 a.m. So we leave our houses at like 3. And then we all just It's like they shut down 10 blocks of the street. They have a huge stage and we do a ginormous workout. You do a workout with every single trainer. Every single trainer gets about 10 minutes and you do like a 10-minute, 15-minute block with Siggy, Tony Horton, Sean T, Autumn, Shalene, the guy from Brazil Butt Lift, like everybody. And you do all the newest workouts. But it's so cool because we get there early and we're literally like a few like feet from the stage. And it's just really, really awesome to be that close. So I'll be asking everybody to wake up nice and early and go to that event with us because it's the coolest thing ever. Which is this is a picture from last year. Literally, guys, like imagine working, like I cry every single time. Like I cry thinking about it, but I cry. We were about right, like you can see green shirts right here from Team Triceps. We were about right here. And then they have this big stage and they have monitors that show the workout. But this was it. Like I said, this was in Nashville, but look how many people are there. And the feeling, like we're all talking about, like I'm always talking about vibrations and the universe and all that stuff. You literally like just feel this energy that's wild. It's the coolest thing ever. And this was a picture of us, I think 2 years ago. So you can see how close we were to the stage. And this literally like 5 minutes before or after this picture was taken, Sean T came up to me and we were doing the Heisman right back and forth with each other. And it was like the coolest thing. I was like freaking out. I have a video of it too, I think. So the location, I want you guys to write this location down because when you are looking for your Airbnb, I've already looked at prices. I'm going to talk about that, but do not get a hotel. One, they're already booked. Airbnb is so much cheaper. I looked at the prices. They're pretty cheap, especially because I want you guys to room together. So it's going to be like 4 or 5 people splitting a house. It's going to be super cheap. So the workshops and where the core is, like the workouts and all that stuff are going to be at the convention center. And that's where pretty much everything is. So you want to make sure your Airbnb is close to this address. That's just the address of this convention center right here. That's where everything is. And then the general sessions and the celebrations, which is absolutely insane, is at the freaking Superdome, where the Saints play, where everybody was in there for Katrina, like the Superdome. How insane is that? It's going to be ridiculous. Like every year they do crazy stuff, and every year they do fireworks at the end for celebrations. I'm sure they still will once we exit, but I'm like, oh, we're not going to get the fireworks inside there. But anyway, how cool is that? And the thing of it is just the reason why I want you guys to get there is because the worst feeling is because they stream some of this, not all of it, but they stream like the general sessions, which will be in the Superdome. Nothing's going to feel crappier than you sitting at home watching the streaming, knowing that we're all there together. So if you can make it happen, like I did whatever I could to make it happen. So I really want you guys to do that. So what would a schedule look like? I want to exit out of this really quick and show you guys now really quick. I love making itineraries. When I go on a trip, I break down everything. So when we go, I will give somewhat of a breakdown and what I plan on doing for like pretty much everybody. You don't have to follow the exact same schedule as me, but since we're still a smaller team, like until we get to the point where there's like 500 team confidence coaches coming, I would love for us to stick together, but you totally don't have to. If you're doing your own thing, that's fine. But if you're newer, coach, I would love for you to stick with me. So I basically broke down everything, like what time we were going, if you're going to eat breakfast at your house or you're going to eat breakfast out, like all of that stuff. So this is what mine looked like last year. So this was Wednesday. There was stuff going on, but like we did breakfast at the house. I checked in the other girls. I planned on where we were going for like lunch. So I'll do something like that as well. Nothing's really going on Wednesday, unless you come early, which I would love if you did. Thursday is when things actually start. So we did like a workout at the house. I had to go to recognition. So if any of you guys hit 1 to 4 star by the time summit comes, you'll have to do recognition on Thursday. So you'll have to be there in order to you have to go to practice so you can practice walking across the stage and doing all of that stuff. And then the only thing that really goes on Thursday are the opening ceremonies. So I would suggest being there. And there's something else I'm going to talk about, which is why you're going to need to be there a little bit earlier, but we'll talk about that. But general ceremonies are from 8 to 11. They're at night. We'll go to the Superdome and it'll be the opening celebrations, and it's everything that corporate does in there. So then Friday we did our morning workout with Siggy. That's the one what we chose. So we were all there. Then workshops are from 9:30 to 12:30. That's when you are learning from coaches. You're doing all of that stuff. And you'll get like your assignments and all of that. And then you have like an hour for break for lunch. I called 3 months early to schedule a reservation for lunches because almost every place was already sold out when I did. So once it gets closer, I want to try to have us all have lunch together every time, but I know depending on how many people there'll be, we might not be able to do that. But if you're on your own, like if you're doing your own thing with your team or whatever, please make sure you call look for restaurants that are by the convention center and schedule it right away. Just set that reservation and put it in your planner so you know that that's where you're going. I'm telling you, it was the best idea I ever had, because walking around everywhere, there's lines and lines and lines. And I don't like personally eating the box lunches. So then after that, you do a general session from 2 to 5, and that's when you hear speakers speak. You do a lot of the other it's different from like the workshop. The workshops are a little bit like more intimate. The general sessions are big, a lot more stuff from corporate. And then like for Thursday or Friday, we did dinner on their own. For me and for people who hit a certain goal, like last year they had a leadership ladder party. If you were a team leader, so those of you that are aiming for team leader, guys, hit Team Leader by Summit. So you get invited to go to this party. You will be with everyone, the top coaches, Melanie Mitchell, Amy Silverman, like all of them. It's really cool to be able to hang out with them. They give you food. It's really cool. So there was a party. So it's invitation only, but you have to hit certain goals. I got to go to both of these. So I was a team leader, and I also you have to hit Success Club 10, and I think May and June, and you get invited to the Success Club thing. Last year it was a concert, and it was like who was it? It was like Bon Jovi or something. I don't know who it was, but he was there, which was pretty cool. So I won't go into the rest of it, but that's basically kind of what it is. And each of the other days, so like Saturday is the same thing, except you do the super workout. And then the crazy thing is you're up at 3 a.m. because you go to the super workout. Then you go home, shower, and then you go right into workshops and general session, and you need a ton of coffee, but it's worth it. So just make sure you know you're going to be drinking a lot of coffee. Or a lot of pre-workout. So why it's important to come, what are the benefits? Why is it like, why do I even need to bother coming? It's a worthwhile investment, guys. Yes, this is going to cost a pretty penny, but one, it's a tax write-off, especially if you're making, I think you have to make at least $600 for anything to be a tax write-off. But there is no downside if you're coming to this. You're going to get so much amazing things out of this. It's worthwhile. You're going to be able to bond. I plan on Sunday. I want to take everybody out for breakfast. I did it last year. I took everybody out for brunch, and it was really, really cool. I want to be able to do that for you guys. So we'll do that. It's going to pique interest in your audience. When you post all this stuff you're doing all over Facebook, and you guys like take advantage of Snapchat and Instagram story. Like I want your Instagram story to be like 10 hours long, not really, but people are going to be, especially people watching you right now and who watch you start your journey. If you decide to go to Summit and they see what you're doing, they were like, whoa, this is the coolest thing ever. I remember when I first got back from my first Summit, my inbox was so full, and I went from like barely making anything to like, I literally went from making like $50 a week to making like $300 a week. Now it was because my team was also growing their team too, but that's the important thing about this. It's going to increase your income. Everyone that's ever gone to their first summit, at least most of the time, usually, they learn so much so they can do better in their business. And then people just become more interested. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to have amazing memories, and you're possibly going to meet Ned. I think me and Pat are just going to drive. I was debating whether I want to fly or drive. It's a 17-hour drive, so I think I'm just going to drive. So if anybody happens to be in the area and wants to come and save money on a flight, you could possibly come with us, depending on like, if anybody else is coming. I don't want to like promise that, but if I only have like one person that wants to come, you can sit in the back with Ned the whole time. But you'll be able to meet Ned because I'll have everybody come to the house, and it'll be great. I've already looked at Airbnb. I think I know what I want. And it has a really cute backyard like my one did last year. So we're going to do some bunch of stuff there. This is what I'm really excited about. So Erica Richardson, she's a coach on our team. She's an awesome photographer. I just had a call with her today, and we decided that she's going to be our team photographer. She's going to follow us around all weekend long, take pictures of stuff, everything that we're doing. Everyone will have pictures to take home. So that's another benefit that you're going to have. You're going to have tons of pictures. So you see like these pictures, this picture. Well, this was just taken by a regular camera, but like there's so many pictures that I've used, but you're going to have those to take home with you. Having professional pictures and like these like candids and stuff like that, do wonders for your business, guys. That's just another benefit. But the other thing about it is I'm going to, because I obviously, when we had a smaller team last year, I was able to kind of just like have everybody get their own little headshot thing. But what I'm going to do this year is I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do, but I'm going to do something where you can earn a headshot or photo shoot with Erica for free. The prices that she's doing, because I was like, well, why don't we do something where people can pay for it? If you want to pay for it, like, go for it. So what we're going to do, which I'm really excited, one, headshots are going to be really awesome. Professional headshots on your profile picture just look really great. You can use them for so many things. Those are going to be beneficial, but the photo shoot is what I'm really excited about. So we decided that, and this is why we're going to do it on Thursday, not Wednesday, because I know not everybody can come, or maybe people that do come Wednesday will get you out of the way. So then Thursday we'll have more room. We're going to do 3 different kinds of photo shoots. We're going to still work out the kinks, but I want to do a photo shoot where it's like, and this is stuff that we're going to do a team photo shoot that I'm going to like take care of, but for you individually that you can either earn or you can pay for, and I'll give you the prices. But we're going to do like an urban photo shoot. So like you're going to wear your workout clothes, but you're going to be like doing planks on like the stairs, or like, I don't know, like a lunge in like the middle of New Orleans, like street. Like New Orleans is gorgeous downtown. So you're going to have these kick ass pictures. Just imagine like you here with like New Orleans in the background, you doing a lunge. Like, guys, it's going to be awesome. And then I also want to do a photo shoot at the house. So my house, and we'll have like a fruit bowl. We'll have you like, you know, smiling, like candidly looking at it, but like cutting, like, you know, cutting up like a apple or something. So you guys can use it for clean eating groups. You know, we'll make it so you can like, we'll leave space on the side so you can literally put a graphic like join my clean eating group, but it'll be you looking badass, like all professional photos and stuff like that. And then the last thing I want to do is like just a photo shoot again in the we can either do it around the city or we'll figure it out, but like pointing one. So you're like pointing here. So again, you can put a graphic there, like join my team, or like you're holding stuff. Like we'll make it awesome. I looked at, you know, Erica's work. She's awesome. So I'm going to do something where you can earn it as long as you're in the downline and you hit a certain goal. I'll pay for your, you know, your photo shoot, your headshots and your photo shoot, depending on like what we figure out the goal is. But what she's doing, and the prices really, honestly, I don't think aren't that bad. For a headshots would be $65, and for the full photo shoot, so like the urban thing, the clean eating thing, the other thing, like you're going to get a ridiculous amount of pictures, is $100. So if you did the whole thing, it'd be $165, which is not bad at all for what you're going to get out of that. I mean, that would be pretty awesome. So we're going to have that as well, which is going to be pretty cool, which is why I need, if you want to have that, and if you earn it, got to be there by Thursday, preferably Wednesday, but Thursday if you can. So cost. This is general, guys. It could cost you less. It could cost you more. I always say aim higher. You'd rather aim higher and, you know, have more money than aim lower and then come up short. So if you don't have your summit ticket right now, and the price will go up, I'm sure. I think it goes up sometime in the beginning of July, maybe. Summit ticket is $195. Transportation, average, I looked at like 6 different cities on average, anywhere from like 280 to like 450. So on average, they're about 350. You could drive depending on where you live. Driving is 10. If you can afford to do it, I mean, we're going to probably do a 17-hour drive. We drove like last year to fly to Nashville for both of us would have been like $200 a ticket, which isn't bad at all. But we drove, and my car, literally, I took I think $100 in gas to get there and back. So it was totally cheaper to drive. And you can carpool. I know so many coaches that are carpooling to New Orleans from different places, from Texas or wherever they live. So if you live in a place like, you know, or if you know someone that maybe it's cheaper for them to just fly and then drive with you, like try to figure those things out. Try to figure out a way to make it so you can, you know, make it happen. Airbnb, guys, I found a cute Airbnb. I did it from Thursday to Sunday, and it was about $450. If you split that between 4 people or 5 people, you are literally not going, it's going to be super cheap. And like to get a hotel would be like $150 a night. So you could do that. Once I have everybody, like as it gets closer, we're going to keep collecting like who's going to come, and we'll like put you guys in a house. Because right now my house is full. Believe me, I would love to have a ginormous house, but the bigger house you get in New Orleans, it gets like ridiculous. But I found lots of places with enough beds that would be able to fit 4 people. Like I looked on Airbnb. So if you know you're going with people, I'm telling you guys, look now. Those houses are going quickly. Every time I check, there's less and less houses. So do not wait. Last year I waited for Nashville, and we ended up getting the perfect house, thank God. But there was like 3 houses left. 3 houses left, and you do not want to be screwed, end up paying $400 for an Airbnb. So please try to get on top of that, right away. The core. So I personally spend way more money than this in the core. And not like I'm just like bawling out, but because I love it. Like I spend way too much money. I have to make sure I don't go in there because it's so addicting. There's so many cool stuff. I get stuff for myself. I get stuff for giveaways for you guys. Like I still have so much stuff back there. And the cool thing at the core is when you leave, they have this huge box of like resistance bands. So like I literally still have some, and I give them away every month. Every month, I'm like, join my challenge group, get a resistance band. Like all of these are from Summit, and they're free. You can grab as many as you want, which is cool. So I use them as giveaways every single month. So you can do 150 or you can do more if you want. Depends on how much money you want to spend at the core. The first year I went, I had no money to spend at the core. T25 was coming out at the time and I wanted to get it. I had to call my dad and he deposited money into my account and I got T25 and that was the only thing I could get. The second year I went, I finally had built up. Well, I actually had skipped a year, which was stupid on me, but it actually, like I skipped for a reason that I regretted at the time, but now I don't regret it. It was what needed to happen, but I missed it. Oh my God. I cried every day that I wasn't there. But then the third year, my third year in the business is my second time I went, and I spent so much money there. And I saved up because I was like, I'm not going back there again and not being able to buy everything that I want. So I saved up for the core more than anything else. Meals, groceries, drinks, eating out. So what I do with everybody that comes, I suggest you, go to the grocery store, so like Trader Joe's or something like that, in order to pick up some groceries so you can have breakfast a few times, so you can pack a lunch, so you can have snacks. You have to have snacks because when you're going from general sessions and workshops from 9 a.m. to 5, you're going to eat lunch, but you need snacks. So all of that stuff, it'd be about $200. Depends on how much money you plan on spending. I feel like that might be a lot, but I spend a ton of money on food. So that's just me. And then Uber or rental car. I don't suggest getting a rental car. So I didn't even put the price in there. If you get an Airbnb that's close enough and all of you guys are like, there's 4 of you in the house, each of you can grab an Uber every time you go and it's going to be like $10 each time, and everybody splitting it, it's really not going to be that much money. So that brings us to around a grand total of about $1,085. Now, like I said, it could be a little bit less, but could be a little bit more. I say minimum aim for 1,000. And so next, I'm going to give you a breakdown of how exactly you can do that, because so many people are like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. You guys literally have the business at your fingertips. If you're like, well, I have my full-time job, there's no way I can pay my bills and do this and do that and be able to save money for Summit. You can save that money for those things, but use your business. Don't make the excuse that you can't do it. If you want to work your business, use it to your advantage. It's right at your fingertips. So how can I afford to go? Number one, sacrifices. If you truly want to go and you understand that this is an amazing investment, you are going to say no to some things at times. I'm not saying you have to live in a hole your whole life. I mean, you can if you want to, but I made tons of sacrifices. Me and Pat are making sacrifices. Like we were supposed to go to a music festival, but we just actually canceled that. It was like a huge trip. We just canceled that in order to save up money, just money in general. But I'm really upset about that, but I'm doing it anyway. But saying, if you go out a lot on the weekends, you were going out 2 times a weekend and spending at least $100 a night. That's $200 a weekend. It was ridiculous. So whatever it is, try to make those sacrifices in the little places that you can. I know there's not going to be places that you can, but try to make those happen. Sell things. You can pull a Gary V and go garage sailing. A lot of people won't do that, but he talks about how you can go to garage, and this is how I was when I went to my first summit. I literally looked for crap to sell. But he always talks about, especially if you live in a warm weather area, you can literally go grab stuff at the garage sale and sell them on eBay. And you could buy an old board game and for 25 cents and sell it for $25 on eBay. He has a video on his YouTube about it. If you're serious about doing those kinds of things, and again, making the sacrifice instead of going to brunch on a Saturday, going garage sailing, yes, somebody would rather go to brunch and drink mimosas. But if you don't have the money to do it, but you want to have a way to do it, you can find a way to make it happen. Your business. This is really important, guys. So this is total for the trip. So I try to break it down, and there's so many ways that you can do this. But so in theory, if you wanted to just flat out be like, I'm making it happen this month, You could help 16 people with the all access pass. That would totally cover your cost. 16 people. That obviously is a lot, but if you're just breaking it down because the all access pass is only available here, or you could help just 5 people in February, and that would make you about $350. That leaves you with about $735 left. So that's about 18 challenge packs. From now until then, so March, April, May, June, 4 months, that's 5 people a month, and it would cover your costs. 5 people a month. And even if you did 4 people a month, like you would still come really dang close, and you could use other money, or if you're selling things, like you could make it happen. Guys, this is really possible. Please don't tell me that you can't afford to go when you have the business at your fingertips. And if you're a brand new coach, I know you're kind of getting your wheels going and all of that stuff, but I've seen people do it before. You just have to decide and make the commitment that you want to make it happen. I'm going to give, also I give like little gift bags for people that come. Last year I had like a little gift bag with like a shaker cup. I made summit only team confidence tank tops that only I haven't sold them anywhere else, and I won't. They were only for people that came to Summit. You guys got those for free. There's so many benefits that you guys are going to get from this. If you want to make it happen, you're going to find a way. And if you don't want to go, that's totally fine. I'm not going to like make anybody feel bad, but if you want to go, I just know that money and doing this and try to making it happen, like you can make sacrifices in order to do it. You just have to commit. So these are just some pictures. I thought this was really cute. This was when we had another photographer come and we got these team pictures. But like, oh my God, look how cute that is. But these are the little tank tops that everybody got, which was cute. This was after the super workout. We literally were drenched in sweat, but it was so awesome to be able to work out with everybody. So yeah, so any questions, concerns? I saw a lot of things go off in the chat box. So oh my God, 68. Jesus Christ. Okay, so if anybody has any questions, you can unmute yourself. I just want to quickly read this. Natasha, I'm glad you're a morning person because wait, Lacey, you're 5'11". Oh, were you at Summit last year? Did we meet? Why do I feel like, did we? I don't know if you.
No, I wasn't at Summit, and I hit Success Starter too. So
why did you not know?
This is going to sound like 1,000 excuses, but like when I started coaching, my husband had just been laid off. He works for the railroad. I wasn't working. We were basically forced to move out of our house. We had to move away. We didn't want to. And now we live here in rinky-dink small-town America. I'm freaking going this year.
No, I'm glad. Yeah. I'm so glad we can meet. Carly, oh my God, you're 5 feet tall. That's so funny. I love finding tiny people because I just put my chin on their head. Oh my gosh, Natasha, you're 5'10". So our team's like giants then. We're going to have like 10 giants and like 2 short people. Yeah, Anna, like literally the core is like the main thing I sign up for. So the dates for Summit probably should have included that are July 13th to the 16th. I'm staying Tuesday to Monday, but most people are going to leave on Sunday. Now, I do want to stay at least till Sunday because everything ends on Saturday. There's nothing that goes on Sunday, but I want to take everybody out for brunch. If you can't stay, that's okay, but I would like to do that as like a little farewell. We did that and like everybody literally left for the airport that same time. But yeah, everything starts on the 13th. You got there at 3 a.m. Sean T was right by it. It's so funny. What else? So nobody has any questions. So it's technically Thursday to like Sunday. Again, there's nothing going on. So it's technically Thursday to Saturday is when everything really goes on, but you don't want to miss Thursday because those are the opening ceremonies. And that's like my favorite thing. And I want, us all to like experience that together. Yes, Anna, thank you for sharing that.
Anyway, question, but
yes.
I was just gonna say, so I'm outside of New Orleans, as are my 2 rock star personally sponsored coaches. So I would love, as it gets closer, or just want to offer, like, as people are looking on Airbnb and looking into restaurants and things like that, like, we know everything about this city. There's places you want to avoid, neighborhoods, things like that. So if anyone has questions about New Orleans, especially if you've never been, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or my coach, Erin or Bridget. I could even do like a live call as it gets closer. Anything you need to know about New Orleans, traveling around, I would definitely not recommend getting a rental car. Parking is a bitch. Just things like that. So
Yeah. That would be awesome because I like when I make my itinerary, I do mad research. Like it took me 2 weeks to create that itinerary because I like do everything in the neighborhoods. I literally like go to places where it tells you like the percentage rating of like how well neighborhoods are and stuff like that. So that would be really great. You can go live in the team page. I hope that you're coming because it's in your backyard.
I am. I'm for sure coming.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. I mean, I really think, especially with the having Erica as our photographer, like that's really going to just be beneficial for everybody. But yeah, so I personally find flights through Google Flights. I find that it's the cheapest that way, supposedly, and you might not want to wait this long, but supposedly I fly a lot. If you wait 6 weeks out and buy them on Tuesday at 9 a.m., that's when they're the cheapest. It's what I've always found. 6 weeks out, Tuesday, 9 a.m. I've literally done that before and tickets have dropped down like $300. So it all depends. You can keep a price checker on them if you want to be sure, but I probably, like anytime I buy flights, I always wait kind of like last minute, but it all depends. So yeah, Janessa said Baton Rouge might be cheaper. So make sure you look at your options. The main thing you want to do right now before you do anything is start saving money. Like do what you need to do. And remember, the more people you help, like literally, like imagine if you just like were like, screw it, I'm going to invite a ton of people and you help 16 people in February and you already could just be like, boom, in savings, I'm done. I know it sounds like a lot of people, but it's totally possible. What else? Wait, oh my gosh, Anna, has your husband come before? No, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Yay. Erica's boyfriend is coming and Pat's coming. And since we're driving, Ned will probably be there. So that'll be exciting. Yeah. Clothes to sell. I think there's like some website where you can like send in your clothes and they'll like send you money versus like having to go somewhere to do it. So, okay. So, oh yeah, skip lagged. I heard about that. Is that like where you get like you don't have a layover, you get a flight that's a layover. The only thing is like, they send your luggage, so it's like kind of weird, and I'm always afraid. I have like so much luggage that I get afraid of that, but I know my friend uses that all the time. So, but all right, if nobody has any questions, I hope that was helpful. Like I said, as it gets closer and we get to do like registration, I'll make sure that like, cause what they do is they do like a blue track and a silver track. And with that, on like Thursday, the blue track gets general session first, then workshops. And then at the same time, the blue track or the blue track or silver track, whichever the opposite, will do workshops in the morning and general session. So there's not 25,000 people in one room. They do it so they split it up. So we want to make sure that we're all either on the blue track or the silver track, which the past 2 years, Carly, who's one of my PS coaches and she's on our team, she spoke. So I always try to get in there. I don't know if she's speaking this year. I don't think that she is. But anyway, Brittany Powers will probably speak, she's a part of our team Triceps. So we always like to go and support her. So we'll probably end up going on whatever that track is. So yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't like, if you're looking at prices for flights now, they're probably really, really higher than they're going to be. Like if you look at prices for anything, they're going to be so much higher. So don't get too worked up about how expensive tickets are right now. I can guarantee you if you wait till like the end of March and April, they're going to drop down. But yeah, so I hope that like I said, I hope that was helpful. I hope that, you guys can try to make it happen. It's going to be really, really fun. It's going to be awesome. We're going to find out all the new exciting stuff that's going down, and we're probably going to be able to drink the new Shakeology flavors because they have a Shakeology bar, which is really cool. Every day they literally have a Shakeology bar, different flavors on different levels of the convention center. And you get to drink them, and they put like the boost in them, so you can try the digestive boost and the Power Greens boost and the energy boost and all of that stuff. So yeah. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much no, it's not free. You have to pay like $5. You buy like a ticket and you just pay $5 and you drink it. But when you're running around with your head cut off and like you're hungry, which I'm hungry all the time, I'm like, give me that Shakeology. I like literally me and Pat like just take 2 each time. And we just, yeah, it's $5, but it's like Anna said, it's 100% a lifesaver because Summit is all about go, go, go. I don't remember when I last showered or slept for more than 3 hours, but it's fun. So. Awesome. All right, guys. Oh, and another thing I'll do is I'll give you guys a breakdown. I also did like the outfits that you're going to need. So like if you're going to events, fancy outfits and workout clothes, and you want to bring like comfy clothes for when you go to workshops, like a tank top and leggings but have a jacket because the convention workshop rooms are always freezing, like stuff like that. But I'll give you more of a breakdown once it gets closer. Oh, they do fireworks in the Superdome? Oh, okay, then they probably will, because they always do like kick-ass fireworks, and I always cry because I'm like a big baby. So awesome, guys. Thank you so much for hopping on. If you have any questions about Summit or you have any questions about New Orleans, just message Janessa or one of her coaches and we'll help you out. Peace. Bye, guys.